Hello and welcome to another episode of Pro Clubs Weekly. I am your host as always, Eightball, and on the hottest night of the year is the hottest prospect around. It's Domino! Domino, how the hot devil are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Prospect.
Yeah, young up and comer, I've heard.
No, mate, that's news to me, but I'll take it. I'll take it whichever way I can get it.
I know I say this all the time, but it is a very special episode tonight. It is the return of MKE and the long-awaited return of Real Sociedad, Domino. So two absolute heavyweights in this VPG eSports Prem. João Lukaku strangely plays. There must have been a man down injured.
I was about to say someone might have been injured.
Good sportsmanship there by the skipper for Sociedad. But since Sociedad were last on the channel, Domino, they've slipped down to 7th. So we've been trying to get them on the channel for a while now, as someone Klingsman's into the box there. Just to see what's going on. There's a man at the back post.
That's a great header. Needs a second.
João Lukaku, skipper as well. Atoning for that earlier kicking of the ball off of the park. But yeah, they've dropped down to 7th place, which I'm intrigued because at the start of the season, Domino, they looked like the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them on multiple occasions now in the Champions E-League final and in their opening game of the season. That's a great ball. That's great defending. And do you know what? I'm just excited. Like we always say, styles make fights, styles make games, and I'm really excited to see how this goes. He's in acres of space there.
Why did he have Anonym's come out there. Why did he have so much space? Perhaps, that might be why they're no longer at the top, Domino. We're going to find out in the next 80 virtual minutes, but yeah, I agree. And MKE, last time we saw them, were just ridiculous. Great save. It's what we've come to expect from this goalkeeper, Domino.
Yeah, absolutely.
David De Gea style foot save, and it's keeping them in the game at just 13 minutes in.
What Sociedad remind me of is Liverpool in real life, to like the first or second season under Klopp. They were just highly entertaining, but games could go either way. They would score a bucket load, but concede a bucket load, and that's what we kind of like to see in our...
I was going to say, perfect for the channel.
Perfect for the channel, hence why they're channel favourites. They are part of our channel favourites, because they provide entertainment.
We don't have any favourites.
No.
We don't have any favourites. However, we do have a top 5.
But that's what I mean. It's just that their games are... Oh my God, they're screaming. There's bits in this game that's a little bit... How is that called? I don't think. There's a lot going on here. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot going on here.
Struggling, the hot prospects, struggling to keep up. We've been talking about Sociedad, but let's talk about MKE. And a great catch by Guy Jesus.
Yeah, there we go.
We've been talking about Sociedad this whole time, but MKE, Domino, are top of the league and absolutely romping it. At the time of recording, we do think they are mathematically champions. Mm-hmm. And yeah, from that first, they're one of the first videos we did in this league. If you had told me that they were going to finish absolute rampant champions, no shade, but I would have been surprised. I wouldn't have not believed it, but I would have been surprised. So colour me surprised, but on the last viewing of MKE, Domino, I'm no longer surprised. So I think that's where we are.
It's gonna sound a bit different. So we know Sociedad, again, their attacking prowess is so good to watch, but MKE do everything effectively. They just remind me of like German efficiency, Rolls-Royce kind of ability. They are so smooth through transitions. Watching MKE, I can't think of a weak part of their game. Everything they do is at an exceptional level. Their defence is high. They contain the ball well. I'd say their game management's well and decision making well, but they did give the ball away there.
It was always going to happen.
Oh yeah, commentator's curse. But for me, MKE are probably one of the most well-rounded, well-oiled teams we've had on this channel.
No, I'd agree. Fair assessment. And the early tune and throwings, I'd say it's pretty even right now. So it's shaping up to be a blockbuster, which again is what we want on this channel.
As always.
First plays 7th. I think they were currently 7th. Domino. We did have a sneaky peek at the table. We'll go with 7th.
Yeah.
That way, if they're any higher, it looks like they won a couple of games recently.
Yep.
MKE with the corner. Swung in and headed out by Rayo on defensive duty. On this left-hand side, stabbed back in. Initial header 1, knocked down. Christoph sweeps up well, gets rid. But it's come straight back to the dangerous Pulgish. And yeah, they look to play out. Not so much space on this left-hand side for Sociedad, so MKE do keep the ball. And we always say that good games fly through that first half, and there's less than 10 virtual minutes left, Domino. There's a rush of blood to the head and that step out from defence. I didn't think it was going to cost them too much, but quite frankly, MK have got other ideas, and it's Emre Yetkin with the opener. Domino, talk to me about that rush of blood to the head there from the centre-back, just comes stepping out. I mean, we touched upon it at the early goings of this game. Maybe that's why Sociedad, and again, stepping out, tidied up quite well by Valdi. But yeah, maybe that's their issue this season, Domino.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered, I think, altogether 3 individual games of Sociedad, and I know it's hard to keep clean sheets on pro clubs. Trust me, I know it's hard. But I think every game we've seen them play, they have conceded goals. So they are susceptible to concede a goal, don't get me wrong. And there was a bit to be admired defensively there. But just MK, like I said, just sniffing out chances, breaking teams down, and just doing everything effectively. And it's similar again. Even when they got that half a chance, I know the defender stepped out, but they made them pay. And that's why they're top, and that's why they are statistically champions.
They tucked it away against a good goalkeeper as well, which is always difficult to do. We've seen a couple. Is he going for a shot here, Domino? Oh my god! Still to this day, we've not had a free kick goal on this channel.
No,
and we're about 40 odd videos in. That was arguably the closest we've come, Domino.
Yeah.
Again, we'll talk about the goalkeeper quality in this league, but particularly of this team as well. And that's what you get with this goalkeeper. So another good save. I don't want to say he's keeping him in the game, but it's starting to get that way. And like you say, MKE just efficient. You know, they've had 1 clear-cut chance, 1.5 clear-cut chances, and a goal to boot. I think that's probably, like you said, the difference between these guys and a lot of other teams. We've seen a lot of good attacking teams in this league this season. But yeah, when you're that clinical against a good team, it's easy to try and make heads drop. And I mean, I'm hoping that doesn't happen this half, from a neutral's point of view, so we get a good game. But from an MKE point of view, if the heads do drop, then I'm sure they'll be more than fine with that.
I mean, that's a good assessment, to be fair, of what's going on really in this game. How I break it down there, I mean, Sociedad had their chances. It's not like they were clinically outplayed in that game. I think they had actually like 2 really good chances there. Unfortunate there, but Rayo, when the ball got slid through, I think he just done one too much. And who am I to comment? I mean, Rayo's an absolute warrior.
Rayo's Rayo. You had it right the first time.
Rayo's Rayo, mate, and that's I have no comment if that's one too many or too little. But he could have pulled the trigger and didn't. Again, knows better. But I'm excited to see the second half. And what we do know about Sociedad is they have bounce back ability. And like I know you said that the heads sometimes drop, but what we've seen is when they go a goal down, they do have that bounce back ability. And I don't think their heads will drop. I think they're going to come out and play quite strong in this half, but let's see if they can break down this ever-present MKE defence.
Yeah, that's what MKE do best. They're a dangerous team to let in with the initial goal, but also on the flip side of that, we've said on previous Sociedad videos that Sociedad should just start a goal or two down, because they just like the challenge of getting back into a game. They tend to play better when they're a goal or two down. So again, poised nicely. These two heavyweights. Emre trying to get through again, but it's coming back. And it is Emre. I thought he was going to fizz it across. Held by Anonym. A difficult one to hold on to, similar to that Rayo chance in the first half.
Yeah. And what I love about MKE, and if people haven't watched it, go watch our team pressing video, because it does feature Sociedad in there.
And Dom's on the front cover.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only reason.
I think that's why it's got so many views.
Yeah. But you were saying you want to let them play down, like, don't let them go down the wing, play it back into the middle of the park because they're playing into traffic. They're actually passing the ball into traffic, MKE, but they're so, again, passing it into traffic, but they're so skilled individually, like there, and they can hand off the ball really well to each other, and it's so intricate and so well done that they trust each individual man on the ball in difficult positions. Like here, they're very, very good individual players, and they bring it together as a team.
And then they give it away because you just said nice things about them.
Mate, of course, I'm going to start to say bad things about people. That's a clearance on the back post.
Terrible ball. We got just under 30 virtual minutes left. Good tackle. Joan Lukaku again. Skipper leading by example. MKE. So we're not sure what the position is in this game. You know, this was played a day or two ago, Domino. So I'm not sure if this is the game that if they win, or if they had won, they would have won the league.
Okay.
Because it would have been around about this time. So, you know, at the start of the season, if you'd said to MKE, you've got, 4 or 5 games left of the season, you've got a chance to win the title against Real Sociedad, the current
that's
holders
unbelievable.
of the trophy.
The vision on that pass, the
Switcheroo.
skill there. Ball
Back
goes
post.
across.
Yeah, Gillam's done well there. And again, Joan Lukaku on defensive duty digs that pass out very nicely, but absolutely eaten as well. Lucky with that ball over the top. But yeah, they could well go on to lift this trophy. They are at home, so they'll just have the away Sociedad fans watching them. But yeah, I think if you'd given them that at the beginning of the season, they would have bit your hand off.
Oh, I'll snap your hand off for that, mate. Snap your hand off. To have some games in the bank to try and win the title there. But here comes the ever-present Sociedad attack. Rayo with a flip-flap. Oh!
You almost goaded him in, like, come and get the ball. Nope. Door closed in the face of Rayo and Sociedad. This yellow wall. Again, swept up nicely with 15 minutes left. Keeper goes long, Christoph picks up, but again, it's just broken down in that central defensive midfield position. They seem to be very strong in there.
Yeah.
Flicked on, that's gone over. Domino, what do you reckon? Are you looking to call it in these last closing minutes?
I can't see a way through here, and we know Sociedad attack is probably one of the best we've seen, but like I said, Rolls Royce from MKE, everything they do is efficient, and that again.
Oh, that's
great save, keeper.
Good save
Great
once more.
save.
Do you know what? He almost had too much time, and
Yeah.
on the previous MKE video, the one where he had no time, rounded the goalkeeper, boom, done. Because you don't have time to think, you've just got to do it. Whereas that one was, I think he was surprised, but there's no surprise there, and that's the celebration of a title winner. That is, Domino. That's, yeah. They know the game's in the bag. They know the title's in the bag. It's a job well done, as far as MKE are concerned.
Mate, yeah. Corner routine. It's And
How
like
many times have we seen it? How many times have we seen it, Domino?
But what I was saying there's no defect in their play. There's nothing there that's. It's just all quality from them. And you can see
what you're saying is they're worthy champions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On the couple of performances we've watched from the start of the season, and the thing is, even in the first game, they didn't set the world alight. But with the title-winning teams, they just find a way to win games, no matter how by hook by crook. They find a way to win those games.
Form of champions. Once more, another breakdown, and Sociedad just looking susceptible, as you would expect at this stage of a game. Unlucky with a first-time pass there as well. That would have been like butter. Yasin trying to get something cooking, and they've got men forward, but again, it's just that sea of yellow. It's heading straight back into it, gives away the foul, and yeah. MKE efficiency in a nutshell there, Domino.
Game management, just doing flicks and tricks, getting in the player's head. Player then presses, again, the circle button just because of a bit of frustration. They've got the free kick, and they've got an outball. Again, it's just efficient.
As Christos tries to take one for the team there. Can't get near him, though, as MKE come forward looking for a third. Headed out by Vladdy. Good header, actually. And that's that, Domino. That is that, and I don't know what to say that we haven't already said in that video. Another super strong performance from MKE, top of the league, looking like they are champions now. I think everything apart from the signed, sealed and delivered and the handing over of the trophy now has been done. So I'll start with them, Domino, but I do want to talk about Sociedad before we go. Start of the season, if you told me they were going to be champions by this much, surprised. After the last two MKE games on this channel, absolutely no surprise whatsoever.
No, that's correct. It is. In the first game we watched, there was nothing about their game other than what we said about how efficient they were in the first game, about resolute defending and building from the back and their attacking prowess. They snuck that game as a 1-0 win, and there was nothing about their performance that was like, oh my god, their front three or their back four was solid. It was more like all round, they had a strong all round game, and then you can see them progress through the league, and as they got win after win, they got confidence after confidence, and that confidence builds in success. And then you're seeing that end article there against a very, very good team, but they just looked a gear above that whole game.
And it's almost kind of the opposite of what Sociedad have done with such a good start. They seem to have, obviously we've not seen every game, but judging by the league table, they've seemed to come down. Why do you think that is, Domino?
Maybe it is that frailty in defence. Like I said, that we're not seen a game where they haven't conceded yet, and some of the goals they conceded, should I say they were soft goals or like errors? Not so much errors, but there's things that could have been fixed there. They do leave the strikers quite high, and you can tell Sociedad are a team that love to attack. They just need a little bit more resolute defence, because the keeper, as we know from Sociedad, is a very, very good keeper, and he made some great saves in that game there. Mainly more have a balance to the team. If I could say anything, it'd be they've got the great players up front. You just need to build more of a balance, either getting back and helping out the team or keeping your shape in defence. They were last season's winners, so it's a sore one for them to drop this far down the table, because when you've got a winner's mentality, you just want to win games. So it's going to be a hard one for them to bounce back, dropping so far down. But if anyone can do it, they can.
Yeah, and hopefully, they'll stick around for next season, because they are a good team. And they're a team that we enjoy watching as well, as I'm sure you guys at home enjoy watching too. Speaking of enjoying watching, votes for man of the match down in the comments now. Man of the match at the moment currently doesn't win anything, but also none of you are voting either. So even if there was something to win, me and Dom would just use it or spend it or eat it anyway. So
absolutely,
yeah. Don't let that put you off though. Please do comment, even if it's just to say hi. We enjoy stuff like that
always.
Domino, final thoughts before we shoot off. To be honest, I think we've pretty much covered everything from the league table to the 2 individual
Yeah.
teams. But if there's anything you want to add, speak now or forever hold your peace, or at least until the next video.
No, it's just like always, Eightball. MKE and Sociedad, definitely always a pleasure to call you guys games. Sociedad, hope you've got that bounce back ability next season. And MKE, what a season, what a performance just now. I'm excited to see what we can do after this. So yeah, great game, guys. Pleasure to call it. And that's Domino out. Take care of yourself, guys.
See you on the next video, everyone.